This class we are to learn about PHP function parameters. PHP function parameters. Remember, you are still at Palm Hoops Foundation Elite Schools, and we are making computing easier for you. Remember, your trainer is Aiwa Martin. This is my number and this is my email address. So PHP function parameters. PHP function parameters. What are PHP function parameters? PHP functions are covered in detail. PHP functions are covered in detail in PHP function video. So the video I've finished uploading actually. In short, a function is a small unit of a program which can take some input in form of parameters and does some processing and may return a value. So what is a function parameter? Function parameters are declined after the function name. Function parameters are declared after the function name and inside parentheses. So these are declared much like a typical variable would be. So let us continue and see. I think you can see them here. So if we say, remember that in our start we called this one a comment, this one a comment, and this is, we said that this one is a single line comment. So in the previous videos you can go back and reload and rerun more. We called that one a single line comment. So we are saying that if you take this one, let me copy it and take it to my text editor. So if I copy it and I open up Notepad++, Notepad++, so inside my Notepad++ here, inside my Notepad++, I will just come here and highlight this one. I reuse this file. So if I paste there my work here and I save changes, I'm dealing with test.php. It is saved on local disk C on XAMPP server. Then htdocs. Inside, we created a folder called php class and in a test.php folder. I told you that all your files must be running on the server. So if you haven't, if you find any problem with running the server, go back and rewatch the previous videos. So let's continue. So we have PHP here, we have our PHP here. We are saying that multiply this value then with this value. So if we have this one starting from here up to here, we are saying that here PHP function parameters, that is what we want to see. We are saying that function parameters are declared after the function name and inside parentheses. So where are they? So if you see it here, this is a function, then function name. Then we have the value or our variables where we define the function, where we put our where we have our function, then the function name here. This is it here. Then inside the parentheses is where we put our conditions to test or to give our function is what? Activeness. We activate them using the value, the statements we put inside the parentheses, these ones. So then here we are saying that this function name is called, for example, let's say that we want to print what is inside that function, for example, as how you are seeing here. So for example, here they are saying that this one will produce the following results. So as how you are seeing here, that this one return value is 100. So let me come here and we see. Let me, I've copied this one. Let me go back to my text editor. Then inside my text editor, I want to run it and see, is what am I having here the same thing that is running here. So if I reload here, I get a syntax error. Let me go back and test my and understand. I do some debugging here. So they are saying that here, where is my error? At line 6. So if I come here, multiply this one at line 6. Let me go back and see my code here. Now this was a comment. This was a comment. That was a comment. That was a comment. Yes, it's a comment again here. Then we are saying that multiply this one, multiply this value. Then let me see back. Let me go back and see. Well, a function multiply, function multiply. This one is not there. Function multiply here. Function multiply here. If I save changes, so now I think it should run. Now it should run. Yes, now the return value is 100. So in programming, the moment you miss out something small, you may eventually end by losing almost each and everything. So I tell you that in programming, you have to be careful on what you type and or in what you put into your code. You have to be careful of those variable names and the values you assign to the variables. So now You have to be careful. The terminations, the commas, the quotations, the equal signs, the numbers. So you have to be careful in programming. So now let us continue here. Let us continue here. We have finished function parameters here. Here for PHP function parameters. So let us continue here. We have what we call PHP global variables. PHP global variables. Let us continue here. We are saying that in contrast, the local variables, that is a global variable, can be accessed in any part of the program. However, in order to be modified, a global variable must be explicitly declared to be global in the function in which it is to be modified. This is accomplished conveniently enough by placing the keyword global in front of the variable that should be recognized as global. Placing this keyword in front of an already existing variable tells PHP to use the variable having that name. So let us consider the following. So the global variable, remember we had the external, the internal variables. So now let us see the global variables, how you are seeing it. So I will copy it here. Let me copy this. So, and I bring it back to my text editor as how we saw it. So I will reuse this code. Let me reuse this code here. So I paste it there, save changes. So for time saving, so now this one we have $save. So this is a dollar, this is a variable name being given 15, meaning that some variable contains 15 or it is equal to 15. So we are giving here a function. We are saying that function add, meaning that addition, or bring these things in addition format. So we are saying that add. So in this global, we are saying that add this variable. This is global variable. It is defined outside the function. It is not defined within the function, but it is defined outside the function. So we are like doing overriding. We are saying let you go outside this function and look for this variable. Then after looking for this variable, bring it and do this condition. So print some variable is this one. So meaning that at the end of the day, print for me this variable after being evaluated. That is it here. So that is what we are meaning. So here we are calling a function to be printed. We are calling a function, this function, to be printed. So what we are going to see all the details of this, we just call a function here to print it. So if I save changes here, and then I come back to my local server here, that is localhost in my web browser, make sure that your server is started and it is well running. The Apache is on, and at the same time MySQL are on in order for you to run PHP script. So if I refresh like this, server val is 16. So meaning that my thingy is well and is good and running.